A doctor has been jailed after amputating his own two legs. A Kentucky man entered his brother's house and stabbed him in the testicles with scissors. And two friends agreed to shoot each other in the head while wearing Kevlar helmets, and it didn't go that well. These are the weird stories on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian somewhere in the world. Somewhere? Where am I? A surgeon has been jailed for amputating his own legs. We have here a vascular surgeon who had his own legs removed, and now he's been jailed for 2 years and 8 months for what they're calling insurance fraud and possession of extreme pornography. The doctor's name is Neil Hopper. Hopper. Yeah, he cut off his own legs, and his name is Hopper. Wow, you can't make this up. Is it? Come on, really? Hopper? Yeah, it says Hopper, age 49. There's a picture of him with his two fake legs. He's smiling with his little fake legs. He couldn't be more pleased that he cut both his legs off. Why did you cut your legs off, Hopper? No, obviously Hopper needed money, and so insurance fraud is what he chose. Most people just damage their own personal property for insurance fraud. Like maybe they'll, drive their car into a lake. Hopper takes it to a whole new level, chopping off his limbs. But he's a surgeon, though, so this was right in his wheelhouse, it would seem. Now, Hopper is 49 years old from Cornwall, and he's carried out hundreds of amputation operations in his own career before having his own legs removed. It says the Crown Court heard that he lied to insurers by claiming that his injuries to his legs were the result of sepsis and were not self-inflicted. According to the courts, Hopper admitted to all of this. He admitted to 2 counts of insurance fraud and 3 counts of possession of extreme pornography. Extreme pornography? What is that? Is that child pornography or just weird pornography? It says here Hopper had, quote, a sexual interest in amputation? He had an amputation kink of some sort? Well, I'd like to know which came first, the fetish or the job? I mean, don't you want to know that? Like, the last thing I need is a doctor that gets aroused by amputations. Oh, shoot, it looks like we're going to have to amputate again. Again, doctor? All I got is a sprained ankle. Oh, yeah, we're going to have to take it right off. You go in for a migraine. Oh, yeah, off with his head. Got to take it off. He's got a migraine. Off with the head. Well, this guy's a danger to society. He's going to jail, we hope, right? I hope. Did you check the doctor's hard drive for images and video of him amputating other people? Now, the judge that sentenced Hopper said he had no previous convictions and he was remorseful. However, the level of harm in the 3 videos of body mutilation, which were the subject of the pornography charges, was exceptionally high, according to the judge. Oh, no. It sounds like Hopper's into some twisted shite. Oh, here's another photo of Hopper right after his amputation, smiling. He's so into it. You ever meet someone that just got so much joy out of removing limbs before? I mean, this is highly mentally unstable stuff here. Have you ever heard of this condition where you're just thrilled about amputations and to the point where you get aroused sexually about amputations? What does he do with his legs? Cuddle them? Like what? Smiling in a no legs photo. Smiling. I would never smile in my no legs photo unless there were 2 strippers sitting in my lap, feeling bad for me and my no legs. Who wants a no legs lap dance? You do. You want a no legs lap dance, don't you? Yes. Yes, I do want a no legs lap dance, please. Many of them. Now, according to the court, the total fraudulent insurance claims amount from 2 firms for the doctor totaled about £500,000. The court said, quote, his motivations were a combination of obsession with removing parts of his own body and a sexual interest in doing so. They say it seems to have been a long-standing ambition of his to amputate his own legs. Imagine that's your ambition in life. It says Hopper did not regret the operations, but claims he bitterly regrets the dishonesty about their cause. Doesn't regret cutting his legs off. Oh, another picture of him smiling with his fake legs. Unbelievable. This guy couldn't be happier that he's got no legs. Wow, the things people find joy in. I mean, it astounds me sometimes. I mean, there's so many things in this story I just don't understand, nor will I ever be able to get over. The fact that his name is Hopper cuts off his legs. I mean, what's his girlfriend's name? Peggy? A man entered his brother's home and stabbed his testicles with scissors. The surprising thing about this, the story is not from Florida. It's Kentucky. This Kentucky guy told Florida man, hold my beer, bro. And then he went and stabbed his brother in the testes with some scissors. Can't wait to find out the circumstances. I'm sure they're totally justified. I mean, you gotta sometimes stab your brother in the balls. You have to. I mean, how else are you supposed to progress your family relationships without some genitalia slashings and stabbings? This Kentucky man was arrested after allegedly breaking into his brother's home. Broke in, wasn't even welcome. Stabbed him in the testicles with scissors. Oh, can't wait to find out why. This must have been a family spat. Were they fighting over who gets to kiss their cousins? Don't think you could get away with groping my girlfriend cousin Cletus. Wow, Kentucky, if you've never been, please do yourself a favor and visit. Visit. You'll never appreciate your own life more. Justin Dean is his name. He's charged with burglary, strangulation, and assault after an arrest citation says he was arrested on Friday. After the arrest citation says he was arrested on Friday. Who wrote this? Someone in Kentucky. Someone should invent a Kentucky chat GPT, which just writes backwards ass emails for you that make no sense whatsoever and tells you to do bad decisions. Jonesy, where'd you learn how to speak? A Kentucky public school? In a criminal complaint, investigators say at 2 a.m., Dean, the Kentucky man, nut stabber, entered his brother's house without permission, only for his brother to wake up to find him standing in his bedroom. Dun, dun, dun. That's the last thing you want in life, is to wake up with a Kentucky man standing above you in your bedroom. Gonna make you squeal like a pig. Oh, what in the Kentucky happened next? I bet you can guess. It involves genitalia and scissors. When Dean's brother finally woke up, investigators say Dean immediately started stabbing him in his testicles with scissors. Immediately. Didn't wait. Didn't ask a question. Just, your good old Kentucky wake and stab. Not to be confused with the classic Florida arouse and bite. That's a different maneuver altogether. According to the police, a physical struggle began after the initial sack stabbing, with Dean putting his brother into a chokehold until he nearly lost consciousness before finally managing to escape. A witness nearby said she heard a loud bang in the home and Dean's brother screaming, quote, as if he were being killed. And then she reports that she saw Dean fleeing from the house following that. Look at Dean trying to make a getaway after doing the whole nut stab. Nut stabber. Nut stabber, yeah. Okay, let's find out if the police caught Dean. They did. They caught Dean. He's being held in the Fayette County Detention Center. There's no details around the arrest. They did list the charges, though. I read those earlier. You don't need to hear that again. Still doesn't say what they were fighting over and what they were on. There's probably some moonshine involved. They like moonshine. Kentucky. You're always making good decisions with moonshine in your system. What you want is your family to gather around with some moonshine and sharp objects. That's a good Kentucky afternoon for you. Yeah, you want a bunch of virile Kentucky boys all hopped up on the meth with their cousins around at the family gatherings. Eventually, they're going to fight over who gets to kiss who. Oh, Jonesy, what low-hanging fruit? Are you going to make fun of Kentucky people for hooking up with their cousins and sisters again? Yeah. I don't get to do Kentucky stories very often, so I've got to take full advantage.
This episode is brought to you by Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels and music are made for each other. They share a rhythm in the craft of making something timeless, while being a part of legendary nights. From backyard jams to sold-out arenas, there's a song in every toast. Please drink responsibly. Responsibility.org. Jack Daniels and Old No. 7 are registered trademarks. Tennessee whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume. Jack Daniel Distillery, Lynchburg, Tennessee.
Two friends agreed to shoot each other in the head while wearing Kevlar helmets. Wow, another story that makes me wish I didn't know how to read. These are very degenerate stories today, by the way. I'm sorry I chose these three. They're really bad, but, it was kind of a light, weird news day, so this is what we're getting, just deplorable behavior from all over the place. Yes, believe it or not, two friends took turns shooting each other in the head with a rifle while wearing Kevlar helmets inside a home. I never even heard of Kevlar helmets. I've heard of Kevlar vests, bulletproof vests. Apparently there's bulletproof helmets. I fear that they don't work 100% of the time, and so let's find out, though. Got two guys shooting each other in the head. This is why women outlive men, in case you were wondering. Men will actually, instead of get therapy, just blast each other in the face with revolvers. So the two friends took turns shooting each other in the head while wearing the bulletproof helmet. One man is being charged with the other's murder, according to the authorities. Great. Sean O'Donnell, age 37, he was taken into custody in Houston, Texas. Texas, of course. Yeah, this is how natural selection works in the state of Texas. So Sean shot his buddy Aaron Prout, who's 34 years old. According to the Harris County Sheriff's Office, the two friends were inside Sean O'Donnell's home, firing guns at each other. It was actually a rifle, so there wasn't even handguns. It was a rifle, shooting each other in the head with a rifle. They were doing this while wearing the bullet-resistant helmets. According to investigators, this is when Mr. Prout, sadly, was seriously injured by, you guessed it, gunfire to the skull. I mean, I don't want to laugh at these dummies, but I mean, how dumb can you be in life? I mean, imagine how dumb you got to be to do this. One of them's even way dumber than the other. I mean, imagine if you're like, hey, let's take turns shooting each other in the head. And one of them goes, yeah, you can totally shoot me in the head first. Dude, I mean, if you're going to be dumb enough to do this, at least you shoot first. I mean, let's just see what happens. What did you, Rochambeau, to see who gets to blast the other one in the forehead first? I mean, it says Prout, the friend that was shot, was transported to an area hospital where he died from his injuries. Not clear exactly why he died while wearing the helmet, though the headwear is not supposed to provide 100% protection. It's not clear how he died while wearing the helmet. Yeah, these things don't provide 100% protection. They're shooting each other with rifles as well. Maybe it doesn't take rifles very well. Maybe it's meant for handguns or smaller artillery. And being that these are men, you know they didn't read the directions in the damn helmet. We got a quote here from the sheriff, Ed Gonzalez. He probably has some empathy and sympathy and a heart. He probably won't call them idiots at any point in this quote, but let's see. Hard to believe that two so-called friends would take turns shooting at each other wearing a Kevlar helmet inside a house in a residential neighborhood while using a rifle. Like, Ed just broke down all of the levels of wrong and dumb that went on in this equation. It says here, Mr. O'Donnell, Sean O'Donnell, was charged with murder and is currently booked in the Harris County Jail awaiting. His lawyer is probably going to be like, it's self-defense, Your Honor, because had the victim survived, he definitely it would have been his turn to shoot my client in the head. So he had to do what he had to do. Okay, well, this is the end of the story. There's no other detail. It doesn't even indicate whether or not they were drinking while this was going on. I assume that they were drinking, but then again, maybe they weren't. I mean, it doesn't take that much beer to convince a Texan to be this dumb, I don't think.
This episode is brought to you by eBay. We all have that piece. The one that's so you've basically become known for it. And if you don't yet, fashionistas, you'll find it on eBay. That Miu Miu red leather bomber, the Custo Barcelona cowboy top, or that Patagonia fleece in the 2017 colorway. All these finds are all on eBay, along with millions of more main character pieces backed by authenticity guarantee. eBay is the place for pre-loved and vintage fashion. eBay, things people love.
Hey, my friends, this is your buddy Jonesy recording from the East Coast. This episode of Weird AF News, and I want to thank everybody for reaching out to me. I put out a call. I questioned whether or not the quality of this podcast was acceptable, and I got a lot of responses, and I just want to thank you for helping me out. I mean, easily 20 people emailed me and DM'd me saying, yeah, it sounds okay. So here we are. We keep doing it with this microphone till I get home, and it's going to sound perfect. But yeah, I'm glad that it's working out, and I appreciate the feedback. You guys always seem to come through, and I really love that about you. So thank you. I'm going to keep this outro as brief as possible. And I'll just say, if you'd like to email me anytime, please do. funnyjones@gmail.com. Send any stories that you think are appropriate for the podcast. Please include a link. That would be extremely helpful. You can also DM me on Instagram @funnyjones. And I have a website, weirdafnews.com, if you would like to support the show in any way. And that'll be that. And we'll see you tomorrow. And good luck with your life, man.